blocking the crossface, sometimes I like to block with the, the cobra arm, right? With the forearm part, not the hand, because the hand can bend, right? So sometimes, like, especially they'll crossface right through your hand. So you block with the bone of your wrist, right? Structure. Sometimes I do it the opposite way and just block the back of my arm, right? So I like to support that by taking this hand and whatever, he's on this side, right? Trying to cross-face me. I like to support that and put the other hand, take the index finger and put it out and put that around the thumb for a 3-finger grip. I love the 3-finger grip for defensive purposes, for other reasons too, but it's better than a gable grip in this situation because it allows my elbows to come close together without it unhooking. Gable grip tends to feel like it's unhooking when my elbows are close together. With a 3-finger grip, my elbows can come together and it still feels like solid, and I have a lot of play in my wrists. I can use it as a nice frame. I feel like this hand can almost push into my other hand, right, and get a nice solid block on that crossface. I don't want to be flat on my back, so what I'm gonna do is I pop, right, and I start to face my opponent. It makes me stronger with in front of me, position, so that frame becomes even stronger. I'm only gonna use it up to a point, and then I'm gonna switch to extension. So right here, that's another thing, guys. If you're drilling side control escapes, never practice being relaxed with your arms, letting the guy wrap your head and being, oh yeah, I gotta block the crossface. Start out, always boom. Never let them wrap your head. Just start out in that habit, right? So look at this crossface right here. So I usually do the 3-finger grip when, let's turn a bit. Stay tight, stay tight. So chest to chest. So I want to get my hands connected on the inside, right? So it's hard to just come through. So I got to use that pop bridge to get my hand through. And I'm going to use this to sort of push his trap like this without getting wrist locked. You got to watch out for this wrist lock. But I'm going to use my hips to pop and use this to push a little bit to get my hand inside. Now it's not going to give me that much space, but it's giving me a little bit, boom, to get my hand inside. So do it fat, boom, here. See that? Now my hands connect. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to wiggle a little bit and getting my head away, framing, look, get my head away from that point. And now I can start to do this position, you see? So I go here, right? And now I'm blocking, he's holding tight, pinching on my hip. So that's when I do the pop bridge, bang, right? And I'm pushing here. Sometimes I want to frame with my forearms, bam, here, getting to extension with my arms and a hip escaping, bringing my knee in, framing, framing, framing. Look, foot can come in, you know what I mean? Coming across, sit up, frame it on his neck, and scoot your butt back, scoot your butt back. Start to hand fight, foot on the hip, go from there. Make sense? So, use the pop bridge to get your hands back inside. And then also, we were talking about, how do you develop the pop bridge? It's a quick, I think of it like Taekwondo. That's what I did when I was younger. It's a snappy pop of your hips, it's quicker. You know what I mean? Boom. It's not a, you know what I mean? If I hit his leg, right? If I go, it's I'm not getting space. I need to go just hit him. I almost want to shock him a little bit. Oh my God, what happened? Their expression changes because they get hit with your hips so hard and so fast, So can you demonstrate the pop bridge, and then we'll try to change it as we go. So bring your toes in close. Pop bridge. That's not bad. Yeah, that's not bad. You want more extension. Boom. But you're almost going, you want to train yourself to go pop all the way extension and then pop back. So honestly, you want to go pop and then escape. Okay. You see that? So it's going to be pop, boom, like that. Yeah, but look at my elbow, look, closing everything off. Yeah, exactly. So you're pop, boom, here. Yeah, so you're popping them, you're escaping your hip on the way down, and you're closing everything off on that side so that your knee is almost there. And then once you pop and you got them framed out, like look, here, I'm framed out. Let's turn. Look, I'm like, I have not a lot of control over them. Then switch to full extension, you know, hooking in the armpit with this hand, the thumb, and you can control the wrist or the bicep here. Look, there's no way I have control of the head here. You just gotta be careful I don't pull up on the sleeve and start working, you know, like a knee cut pass. So that's why this is important, getting extensions important, and then getting that hook in to secure me from moving this way, right? And then that frame on the neck, and then that's when I would finish with a foot on the hip, bang, right here. Hand fighting. So just develop that pop.
Or do you have any exercises or drills to
Yeah,
strengthen the pop?
get somebody to put their weight on you, and then just like, don't get any grip. Like put just the weight on you, maybe even put their hands behind their back, and see if you can pop them and see how much gap you can create of like getting them to pop in the air, and then put your knee in every time. So like let's just say you have no grips, yeah, here. So I'm gonna just be blocking the crossface. I'm gonna use like that. I'm not pushing him with my arms. I'm just sort of like getting him, his weight is already on the way up, like this, and then my hands sort of hold it in place, and then I move away. You see that? I'm not like bench pressing. This is sort of like a locking mechanism. Like my hips go click, 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 and then my hands sort of hold it for a second, and then I get out of there, support, right? So here, boom, knee inside. Here, ba, 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 boom, here. And I tend to like this rib, not the hip. I don't like the hip because he can reach up my tricep and pull it up into his armpit. And now my arm's like trapped for these types of spiral arm bars and it just general good control, you know what I mean? Like now my arm's stuck in this spot here. Yeah, I don't like this. So I generally don't like to I don't like to push on the hip. That's what people say, like here, they push on the hip. The guy, all he has to do is just switch his base and then pull up on my tricep here, and now my arm's trapped. And there's things you can throw his leg over my head here, and this is an arm bar right here. So I generally don't like to ever have my hand in the spot, but like right there, sometimes like either here or like right on his ribs. Look, or here, look. Try not to put your hands in both in the same spot. You know, combinations of like a bit wider are good. So like here and here, sometimes like right on that ribs here, look, boom, move your hips out. Boom, foot in, hips up. So that's a good drill. I think this is perfect. You like just go, boom, knee inside, hook, bang, feet on the hips. Look, make your head go forward. You know, the more my head's back, he can just lift my legs and I'll go back. But if I'm forward, you know what I mean? Like, that's another thing I do. Like when they lift my legs, I post my hands on the mat, circle out and around, and scoot back again. That's a good drill too. You feel like they're gonna flip you into that, but here, just go hands, flip, bam. Just like that. Okay? All right, that's a lot. Good luck, guys. See ya.